Well, graffiti, it's, you know, if as a broad definition, can be anywhere from art to a tag.
Graffiti, it's kind of, it's like this game. You're given this name, and you take that name and you're just supposed to put it like everywhere you can, any like creative place.
I do not think it's vandalism. I personally think it's art. I think there are some things for me that like tags that are just everywhere and don't really have like a good like a message to me, aren't as exciting as like things that say something, that express something, that you know, some form of activism in a sense.
I think the way that most people define graffiti is when an individual puts their own markings on a wall somewhere, whether with paint or permanent marker or even with chalk. Although I tend to define that as free speech, as we live in a really repressive regent-run regime that doesn't really promote free speech and values. It seems like people feel like they get so frustrated that they have no other outlet and venue for their words except bathroom walls or murals or public surfaces, and it's sort of like, I think it's the last resource of free speech.
There's this one huge tag, and I think it's our little Kresge owl, and it was all over here. And then I actually put up those little notices I gave you. I put up some notices that says, you know, hey, I gotta clean this, and people see me cleaning it, or my student workers clean it, because you know what flows downhill, as they say, and or have to paint over it if it's big enough. And then I started seeing those owls everywhere but Kresge, so I thought that was kind of interesting. And our mascot is the owl here at Kresge, so I'm wondering, I don't know, oh, here it is right here. There's a sticker on my desk that I pulled off.
The owl's basically, or at least in its complete form, like a solid line drawing with, you know, not a lot of breaks in it, and it's just, you know, spiral eyes, you know, jagged wings.
In Santa Cruz, there's the owl guy. There's this elf-looking guy, and then there's this really weird, there's like this tall, like tree-looking girl thing, with like really long arms, and kind of looks like an octopus too. There's hearts everywhere. I've seen hearts.
Recently there have been some Defend-a-Let stencils, just based on like what's going on here on campus with that. They're redoing the library or whatever. They're like building, like, and constructing and like taking down trees and all this stuff, and so a lot of people in response to that put up some interesting stencils. So that was pretty cool.
The problem with graffiti is graffiti begets graffiti. Like, one person, especially tags, one person does a little bit, and if you let that stay, even if it's a cute thing that you kind of like, everyone else wants to and should, in a way, have the right to. If you let it stay, you know, that's basically giving one person permission over other people, and that's not fair. I've seen just about everything. I'd say graffiti can be posting what they call like that paper mache glue posters on the wall, pen, metallic marker pen, permanent marker pen, and spray paint, ink, past this weird kind of crayon-y stuff that doesn't come off real easy, like lipstick. It's kind of like lipstick or something. It's grease-based. So you name it. I mean, if you can make colors with it, it's been done, you know.
It started with markers. It started with markers and a guy named Taki183, and he just started writing his name everywhere, and then other people started writing their name everywhere, and then it evolved to spray paint cans, and then people started like coming up with crazy styles and characters. Well, you gotta be fast, and you gotta be quick, you gotta be smooth, but then you also have to have style and originality, because I mean, anybody could, you know, come up and write their name anywhere. You have to be, you know, you basically have to be like a ninja. You have to walk in there, do your business really fast, but then also do it carefully and cautiously so that it looks beautiful, and then you have to get out there, like get out as soon as you can.
Somebody spray painted all over the free or defend Alette. Do you know about her? She was arrested and I'm totally in support of that. But then somebody came by and spray painted that on the walls, you know. And it's like, I don't even think Alette, I don't know her, but I looked her up on Facebook and she's very active politically. I have the feeling she probably is a supporter of working class people. And, you know, I got feeling from her website, and I think she didn't, I'm sure she didn't spray paint that, but here's this is an irony that here's this woman who probably would support, you know, would be in support of working class people. Somebody spray painting on the wall, defend Alette, is actually hurting the working class people. It's like, I don't think she would even support that if she came down here and worked with me for a day. You know, she'd be like, yeah, that's not right. Anyway, let's see what happens with that. So, alrighty.